to the morning after. She sees graffitied marker, friends' names written on the rafter of her sister's boat, who is no longer there. She's disappeared, a feather blown to the night winds where someday young one hopes to follow. The black permanent smells, sweet and spells, Christine, 1916, Deborah, up the Ra, Jenny loves Carl, Taylor is a slag, I love Sean. Her face is a picture of grace. As she reaches, she touches, she runs her hand along the pump, tump, tump, tump. Now who'd have come? A man made it home. She'll be early morning, me loose. Her mum's hazy, she lets young one and school friends sit in a box room, listen to tunes like cavemen's from the BC Wens. They wrote the happy story of their lives on the bedroom wall, and it belies a hurt narrative. The ma fuck does not give because she is relevant. The daddy the picture why he has been elven. Recently, young one has got breasts and attention, and not just boys as she mentioned, but fully grown men who remark, well, she's an old 15, but an absolute 10. And that was when them boys started yelling, here, 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 come here, come here, come here. And let me shout sweet obscenities in your ear. Heartbreak. She does double take and she sees Sean. You see, she likes this one boy because he didn't shout. No. Young one is special. Young fella said she always thought her first time would be in a bed, not a wet patch of grass with a dog barking at the back end of where two housing estates meet. And I think when he said it, he meant it. He truly did, because he's not like all those other boys, but he is still just a boy who's pulling out late and now pulling out in. She sits in a chemist queue for the patronising talking to. Well, if I knew it was going to happen, I wouldn't be here talking to you. So she bounces, and weeks later, stomach follows suit. Sister is no longer there for the voice. If they were together, they could be stronger. And one of our friends simply said, Stinger. Her ma said, here, come here, come here, come here. Look, listen, understand. There's no money for the trip on the Ringer. Well, that's only for those that can. Heartbreak. Now she's wide awake. There's no longer dropping yolks, but dropping little prenatal hit. No longer smoking rollies with that little nudge of squidgy. She thinks, well, this little nudge in me that I can see from this strangely orange rendered 3D picture of my little squidgy. It doesn't look or feel real. And them chemicals start at 12, started running riot, and we're only now just settling down and whipped up into a frenzied sensation, conflagration of emotion. It puts her head on the brinks and she thinks, heartbreak. She has the baby on her own, but for its sake, she resolves to love this thing more than she was ever loved herself. But the gaff, it's still ill, and the errands on the trail at the back ends and the hallways are still full of those every weekend. So she kicks it to a back alley B&B, asks a grubby, dirty, blue-shirted TD for help, and the problem compounds when he says, let's go back to your mum's. Sound. The newspaper, it learns of her predicament, so asks for a photograph and an interview. So she rocks this little €15 boohoo made by her counterpart on the other side of the globe. Look at her. She looks fine to me. Well, my tax euros mean she gets everything for free. What about cherishing all of the children equally? Was a rebel poet's way of describing Catholics and Protestants living harmoniously under one flag, not so my taxes could pay for a house for a working class slag. Heartbreak. But now it's money she'll have to make. So young one grows and gets a job just to prove them all wrong. She kicks the rhyme in a 0-hour contract. No, over time you see how can you work your way out of poverty and downtrodden property and keep getting poorer. Well, working she shouts because prices go up and wages go down. And now she'll have to do more to change this salacious situation. Progression she feels will only come through education. The boy grows tall and strong, and school becomes a place for the two because she thinks and she figures she's already rolled once, gold slip, rolled twice, an unpaid internship. Don't bother trying to roll a 7 because if you look again, there's not even a fucking dice because shit is stacked from the get-go. It's the myth of meritocracy. Michael Young, he coined the phrase as a pejorative terminology, but it's used to abuse the children like her of the poor and so-called low achievers. Well, this is her. So what's the metric of success? Well, even if pejorative, She resolves to make education a categorical imperative, and now inspired by that brilliant teacher, she's got that yearning for learning, but she's not learning for earning. Look, she's just learning for learning's sake, so that she can articulate this incandescent rage between all the young women of Ireland in 2018. She learns things like constitutional refusal of bodily autonomy, thinks this is backwards blasphemy. You mean, as a woman or plebeian in this country of opportunity, this ceiling and sea is a shamrock colour green glass to me, or you'll only get the last of me. She's still dealing with the ignominy and getting followed and hollered at in the street in spite of her undergraduate accomplishment. Relax down. Take it as a compliment. Boys, leave it out. Look at her. She's a mother. She says stop. Here. Come here, come here, come here. Look, listen, understand. I am not defined by the fact that I am some man's daughter, sister, cousin, mother. I'm a woman. And I have agency just because I'm breathing air, motherfucker. And I'm standing here, motherfucker. And you and this state are the ones who are trying to fuck me. The boy sees this treatment in the street all his life, and he decides, and from the state, so he decides to regulate. But young one now, fully grown, tries to sate this rage and build this young man, this young boy. He will be the best elements of femininity, wrapped in a benign, feminine, masculine femininity. The man she always hoped for. He will love you to the end of days, traverse space and time and do even more. And with her words, her life, a mixture of loving and ethics, food in his belly and all the right seasoning. And from the instant that child achieves cognitive reasoning and then maturity, he will be the man to settle up the score and say, here, ma, you embody all that is good. And you're the one I'm fighting for. I'll never catcall. I'll treat and respect and help to build a land that will stand in awe of arm and awe. Heartbreak. And tomorrow, it's going to be heart meant.
Yeah!